he's the longest serving politician now after BAMBA left. No one has served in government, in active politics, than William Ruto. The longest serving. If you cannot be able to read his history and tell about him, then I don't know what we are doing here to analyze. For me, it's a waste of time analyzing what he's going to say, he's going to do. It is just trying to understand how can we get a new government. Because if I go to the issue here, Parliament. Do you know why they say the president should go and address the Parliament? Because Parliament was presumed to be the representative of the people. So even if the member of the public cannot watch the president, because before there were no television, the media was not as robust as it is now, TV 47 wasn't there when we formed the constitution, the parliamentarians would sit with the president and put him to task. Tell me which parliamentarian has got the muscle to put the president in task. Maybe Kibagendi. Maybe you can mention 1 or 2 people. The rest of them are choir members who will stand and give standing ovation after a full 1 hour to 2 hours of lies. So if Parliament are not representing citizens, what is the point? Gen Zs went to Parliament and said, you are done. Gen Zs are saying, drain the swamp. For them, Parliament do not exist. But not just Gen Zs. Even my grandmother in the village, who listens to these parliamentarians. You wait and see what will happen in the election in 2027 will tell you that they are not representing Kenyans. They passed a bill against the Kenyans. They have been passing every bill, decisions being made, budgets which are not from Wananchi. So how are they representing us inside that August house today as the president is talking? So for me, that is something that I will not waste my time to. Secondly, Museveni just wakes up one day and threatens Kenya, and the president is quiet. We want to hear, as a head of state, how can Museveni say Indian Ocean belongs to him? Let me ask you, Fred, let Museveni go and accuse God. God knows where he puts what he puts. God gives you talent, Fred. I can admire them, but I can't get them. God is the one who put the Indian Ocean and put it next to Kenya. And God gave Museveni Lake Victoria. You cannot be able to reverse. Let him choose between ocean and Lake Victoria. But I can say it's like this. These are backward thinking, Fred. We are looking at East African community. My passport is East African community passport. Even Museveni's passport, though it's diplomatic, it is East African community passport. How can you start looking for waging a war between Kenya and Uganda to fight for Indian Ocean, yet we came up with what we call common services, like passport should be common. Indian Ocean can be enjoyed by him because Uhuru Kenyatta did a lovely thing by bringing in DRC and Djibouti to create an economy with 300 people. We are looking more progress. We are not looking at more retrogressive thinking. And the president was supposed to tell Museveni, hey, you can't dare me. Because the Kenyan military is more professional. Remember that military in Kenya has access to the Navy, which has an ocean. How can you build a Navy in Lake Victoria? A Navy being Lake Victoria cannot be compared with the Navy in the ocean. So how can Museveni think he can beat Kenya? Do you know we have more qualified, a lot of partnership between the US, UK, other countries with the Kenyan military. You look at how our military has been professional. Even during Gen Zs, they conducted a lot of professionalism. They just told Gen Zs, it is your president, you elected him, please use the same method to take him home, don't destroy our country. Can you imagine that level of professionalism? Can you compare the military of Museveni being controlled by him, his wife, and his son? Can a military be controlled by a family? Do you see a family controlling the Kenyan military? So let us not joke here. If I was president, I could tell Museveni to begin the war today. And then we will show him that he's just nothing.
And it is a legitimate expectation because, and I'm looking at the article 132, it says C3, that the president shall submit a report for debate in the National Assembly on the progress made in fulfilling the international obligations of the Republic.
And Fred, let me just add something. Do you know, as we speak, Kenya has 36 porous borders where our citizens are at risk. Instead of focusing on that, he is bringing in people through those borders to register as voters to help him win an election.
Right.
I think this is like Tana River is an issue. Okay. So we have a president who cannot see reality. It is him at the center. And let me end by stating the following. Fred, the biggest problem Kenya have is the culture of execution. The culture of execution makes us live in these promises, not realities. The reality of execution means to execute anything, you must be in contact with what is happening at the moment.
All right.
They are not in touch because the president will tell you, I've stabilized the economy. Whose economy? That is only his and his friends. So according to me, you cannot tell us you want to bring production, yet we have flickering electricity. Even here in TV47, you suffer from it. You cannot tell me you want to do manufacturing, industrial area is suffering, there's no stable electricity. Some people on hospital have to put generators.
Okay.
When you have to have a generator in every building, like in this building there's a generator, isn't it? If electricity is stable, I was studying in Spain for more than 6 years. I never saw a building with generator.
Okay, thank you.
Here, you have to put up a backup energy. How expensive is it to do business
On
in
that
Kenya?
issue of international obligations, because these questions have come up in the recent past, especially with what happened in Tanzania and the accusations against Kenya, what is happening in Uganda, and the criticism was that the Foreign Affairs Ministry